So it's 27th February 2022, about 4:30, something like that. Day 3, I guess, of what's going down. And yeah, I just sort of finally had a bit of time to sort of gather my thoughts and chill out and find a place down the road that sold beer. So I thought I'd go and just chill out there for a bit and catch up on the news, and sort of see what's going on. But I just had a very thought-provoking, we'll call it that, conversation with a friend, one of the guys that I'm staying with here in Moldova, and we're talking about the war and a lot of philosophy and sort of that sort of thing. And one thing that because you hear a lot of news about how Ukrainian people are like, they're standing up for themselves and they're fighting, they're patriotic and all that sort of stuff. And sort of something that sort of we were talking about was that Ukrainian people, Ukrainian soldiers. And when I say soldiers, I'm saying like civilians now, like a builder or someone that drives trucks or someone that works at the gas station. They're all taking up arms to fight, right? And they're fighting for their country, for their family, for their children. All these guys that had to stay behind, but a lot of them, believe me, like the amount, like the stories that I've heard about guys that have stayed behind to fight, like they've chosen to fight over their own like family, which is just like it's just blown my mind, the stuff that I've seen. But they're fighting for their country, for their houses, for their right to live. They're fighting for that. And the Russian soldiers, they're fighting because they were told to. They're fighting because if they don't, they'll go to jail, or they will probably maybe even be killed. They've been told to go and fight, so they don't have the heart, the pride that the Ukrainian civilians, the men that are there, that they have. And I think that's why they can fight so well, because they're defending something that they care about. Whereas the Russian people, they're fighting like relatives. I guarantee that some of these soldiers that have been drafted, that have been told to go and blast Kiev and these smaller cities, they probably had grandparents that live there, or they may still have relatives that live there. They're attacking their own people. It's the same religion. It's not two religions that believe the other one is the devil and they have to kill them and rid them of this earth. They've been told to go and fight, or they'll go to jail. And so I think the power behind the heart, or the patriotism, is so strong. I think that's why Ukraine is doing so well. I don't think it would work otherwise. I'm not saying that they're going to, it would be incredible if like somehow they drove Russia out. That would be the biggest kick-ass of all time. But yeah, we'll see what happens, I suppose, over the coming days. But I don't know, just something to think about, really, isn't it? It's just that people are so, I can't imagine many other countries, especially now, that would fight so hard for their government, like what I've seen. It's been probably, I'd say, one of the most incredible things of human nature, acts of human nature I've ever seen in my whole life. Just my thoughts for now.